Hello, astrology friends and family. Welcome to July. I'm just going to go over some of the bigger outer planet aspects, and then we're just going to dive right into all 12 signs. Okay, so as we start off July, all of the inner planets are direct, and sorry about my notifications. The outer planets like Saturn and Pisces had started retrograding at the end of June. Pluto is already retrograding in Aquarius, and Neptune will station retrograde in Pisces on July 2nd, and that will continue all the way until January 1st of 2025. He'll stay there direct for a little bit and then move straight into Aries in March of 2025. The beginning of the month with the Cancer energy will be watery and sweet, and will be sextiling Mars and Taurus. It will be a great time for time out, spending time with family, friends, exercising in water like stand-up paddleboarding, canoeing, any kind of like boating, swimming activities, things like that. And it's also a great time to be creative and put your inner, with all of the inner planets direct, put your little, launch your little dreams out into their cosmic sailboats out into the ethers. You could be beautifying the spaces that you live in, developing a garden with Mars here in Taurus. You could also be maybe working on a pond or a pool. This is Cancer season now, so any kind of cooking with friends, cookouts, time out near and around water, sports and togetherness is just going to feel great at this time. On July 2nd, the big news is Neptune stationing retrograde at 29 degrees, which is an anaretic degree, in Pisces until January 1st. I already mentioned those dates. This is now kind of, I don't want to say your last chance, but kind of, with Neptune in Pisces, to make your deepest, wildest, biggest dreams real. We have until March 31st, 2025. This will be the last go of Neptune and Pisces for a very long time. And so what this is good for, it's digging deep, it's molding, shaping, and putting into structure, because don't forget Saturn is here in Pisces as well. Putting into structure and action your wildest dreams. I would say right now you'd be building the structure around those dreams, whatever they may be, and then preparing to really launch them out when Neptune goes direct next January. So they can be made real here with Saturn. And if you had given up on your dreams coming true, no more. Do not do that. With Saturn here, he's saying, don't give up, but you're going to have to work for it. So you don't get something for nothing. So he wants you to build that dream. Even after Neptune leaves Pisces in March, get it started now, because Saturn will help you continue working on that dream until February of 2026, because that's when Saturn will leave Pisces. And I'll tell you what this means for each of the 12 signs when I get into that prediction. Okay, sorry. All month, Uranus and Taurus will be sextiling Saturn in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces. You could have surprising insights, shocking solutions to developing structure around your dreams. You could come up with innovative ways to make money from things that you were only dreaming of up until now. You could also come up with innovative ways or solutions to help global issues like global suffering peoples. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I won't get into the mundane astrology. My favorite organization is UNICEF. Near and dear to my heart. I'll put their link in the description box down below if you have the means to donate to them. They help children in war-torn places. Right now, solutions can come up regarding water problems, pollution, the oceans, as Neptune rules the seas. And let me see, I know there was like a little girl who had just come up with some kind of a solution dealing with like a mollusk or oyster issue. And they are an important part of the oceanic ecosystem. There could be solutions to food shortages, innovative farming solutions, innovative ways to protect cows, and the leather industry. If you're a vegetarian, I think we may see innovative ways or alternative means of using leather. Mushroom leather is a thing, and I love it. And that would be a perfect example of Uranus and Taurus. and affecting the cattle industry, but in a positive way. Again, with Pluto in the mix, this would be really transformational solutions that come to the forefront now. Very powerful solutions that could change the world, quite literally. There could be ideas that emerge now or ways to help people who are suffering. 12th house. Pisces rules faraway places and people who are marginalized or who suffer in society. I love this part, but powerful Piscean leaders or leaders with those traits can come up to the forefront now, especially with Saturn in their sign is crystallizing them and making them the wise one, the wise teacher, and an authority. I keep seeing also Aquarian Pisces types that will, in my mind, although I think they're already starting to show themselves now and in the near future, especially with Pluto going into Aquarius. And yeah, I think it's going to be great to see. On July 5th, there is a new moon in Cancer at 14 degrees, trining Saturn. So what you begin now has the builder in the mix. Any creative projects, if you're building a home, Cancer rules the house, the home, roots, and family. Making structural changes there within the family, or maybe even like adding on to your home. New beginnings around these themes can happen now, and they would be changes that will last with Saturn there. On July 11th, Venus in Cancer trines Neptune and Pisces at 29 degrees and sextiles Uranus and Saturn, and loosely Saturn. Venus is pretty happy in Cancer and Neptune is in its domicile in Pisces. We could have sudden emotional healing in the family, soulmate, past life love could be on its way, otherworldly love, that would be the highest octave of Venus is Neptune. Profound spiritual love or realizations, beautiful creative works of art, movies, music can come to the forefront or crystallize in some people's minds. You can deal with issues from the past and transcend them now. Just watch out here, there could be a little bit of relationship drama, jealousy, or power plays because Pluto will be opposing Venus in this aspect. Venus will be entering Leo at that 1 degree mark. But it's good, making good aspects to Saturn and Uranus. And remember that Venus moves faster than Pluto. So this should pass quickly. It's just something that I want to mention to look out for. On July 12th, Venus enters Leo. It's great for fire signs, Gemini, Libras. Venus will trine Chiron and Aries in the North Node, and this could really heal that Chiron wound in the Aries part of your chart. For once and for all, it could be fated healing that comes through at this time, maybe even through acting or through some art form, creativity and healing with children or for children or because of children. The child within can also be healed. Aries can be very childlike in a way. They're the first sign of the zodiac. Or a way forward in these areas with the North Node can be shown here, drawing you to like a destined healing art form, a destined business that heals you on a soul level, a destined child could be in the mix, bringing tremendous healing to your soul, for those of you who may be expecting. On July 18th, Mercury enters Cancer and the Sun is sextiling Uranus. So your mind and thoughts and intuition can be spot on at this time. And Mars is in a sextile to this aspect, and Neptune is positive in the mix too. You could be enjoying water sports, and this is around July 18th. Beaches, paddle boating, canoeing, swimming with family and friends now. Working on some form of a creative project or writing, and just be in a good flow with sudden inspirations or ideas that can have a long-term financial payoff. July 21st, there will be the second of a full moon in a blue moon cycle in Capricorn. 29 degrees, the anaretic degree, which is also a very finishing, finite degree. We had a full moon on June 21st in Capricorn. This one will be trining Uranus in Taurus, conjunct Pluto in Aquarius, or in Capricorn because it's retrograding backwards, and sextiling Neptune in Pisces. There can be an echo effect at this time around the legacies that we're trying to build, our worldly dreams and aspirations that we're trying to make concrete, being balanced out with the home fires in the domicile We could have completion here of worldly professional goals. Sudden public recognition can happen now for some too, especially with Uranus here. It can happen suddenly. Father figures could be in the mix in a big way and maybe could be assisting you somehow. But I see it as generally pretty positive. July 23rd, the sun enters Leo, its rulership, and the rest of the month will be flowing with fire energy, trining Chiron in Aries, trining the North Node, giving a boost to these fire signs of Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and sextiling Libra and Gemini. On July 28th, Neptune will come into an exact sextile with Pluto, and this will continue for the rest of the year. What this could look like would be otherworldly creative projects can be born, deep spirituality, probing into the deeper dimensions of the spirit world, going on a pilgrimage that will change your life. I don't know, Easter Island just popped in my head. Maybe somebody's going there. I don't know. I've always wanted to go. I think it's such a cool thing to see these giant stone heads sticking out of the ground and imagining their bodies buried somewhere deep below the earth or within the earth. Anyway, fantastic works of art could be born, music and movies. You could heal inner complexes that have kept you stuck, and things that have been like a poison to your soul can be healed and released now. Realizations and just forgiveness in your life story can happen. The healing can come now. Also, finding a profound healer or somebody with these traits can appear, and they will have been divinely guided to you. They can be very deeply Piscean or Neptunian in nature. And I think I'll make a separate video for that because it's such a huge, beautiful aspect, and it's a very powerful one at that. And I will mention this in all 12 signs, and let's dive in. Hello, Virgo. The start of the month is great for you with all the placements in Cancer. It's a great time to spend with friends as the Cancer placements are in your 11th house of friendships and large friend groups, receiving trines from your 7th house of partnership, other marriage partnership. This could also be business contracts. Maybe you're having travel with friends or family or a partner, as Mercury has just left this house and you have Mars in a positive aspect in the travel house as well. You could be lighting up with ideas around goals or aspirations around your thoughts and ideas. They could be more expansive and positive at this time. On July 2nd, Neptune starts retrograding back in your 7th house of partnership, business, personal, or marriage. This is the house of the other. People that you hire are also covered here, written contracts and legal contracts as well. Neptune permanently leaves by March of 2025, and his last hurrah is here, especially with Saturn also in Pisces in the 7th. His job is to make sure that if you have legal work contracts, legal marriage partnerships, that everything here is solid and enduring. If there was anything nebulous or confusing that came up, Saturn is here trying to crystallize and give you clarity around any issues that might have come up here. Saturn wants you to build a firm foundation in the 7th house. And since Saturn entered this house last March of 2023, a karmic partner older than you could have appeared, be it in business or in love. They may not even be older than you in years, but they may have prominent Saturn in their chart or on their ascendant. Mars is in Taurus in the 9th house and trining you and making sextiles to Saturn and Neptune over there in the 7th. What this could look like is stamina and power of a Mack truck with Mars in your 9th house. 9th house also covers legal contracts as well, publishing, higher education, your higher mind. You could maybe be working hard on a legal contract since your 1st house is being trined by Mars, and Mars is positively touching the 7th house of partnership. Or you could be working hard on a written project that will be published and under contract. Or you could be on the move with a partner to or in a faraway place, foreign travel or travel in general. but most likely travel you would need a plane for. You could also be working through karmic issues with a partner as well at this time, especially with Saturn here in the 7th house of partnerships. But with the trine, I think the end result would be positive if you're working with this influence instead of against it. On July 3rd through the 26th, Mercury moves to Leo. And I know in the intro, I mentioned that Mercury was moving into Cancer on the 18th of July. 86 that. I am so sorry, it was a mistake. I just didn't have time to go back and re-edit those intro videos for this month. So anyway, Mercury moves into Leo from July 3rd to the 26th and enters your 12th house of seclusion, rest, recuperation, faraway travel, foreign money, hospitals, charity, film, music, self-undoing behaviors, and pet pleasures happen here as well. Since Mercury rules you and Gemini, it's important to see where he travels in any given season. Since he rules you and went into the 12th house, you could be away or you could be resting and just not out and about right now. You may not have any energy to be engaging out in the world right now. Your mind and thoughts can be on 12th house matters. Again, this is deep subconscious mind, patterns, that you have that could be self-undoing, bad habits, thoughts, deep thoughts. You could be thinking about contracts too. Foreign contracts would be covered here. Like, let's say you had a book or a business contract with a foreign company, and money can come to you from foreign places now, especially with Mercury here. And it would be for like creative projects too. I could see that. If you offer services online, your client base could be from faraway places. Mercury will trine the North Node and Chiron this month from your 12th house. Mercury's in the 12th. And the North Node and Chiron are in your 8th house of deep intimacy and transformation. So during these next few weeks, you could be healing through deep bonding with a partner in a very deep and intimate way, away from prying eyes. Over the next few weeks, it would be a great time to be away with them if that's possible. It doesn't have to be another country. It could just be a quiet lake getaway or something like that. And I say near water because Neptune is close to your 8th house. It's currently in the 7th, but it's, heading over to the 8th. And it would be very healing to get away, as Chiron is also being positively aspected here. The July 5th new moon is in Cancer at 14 degrees, conjunct the fixed star Sirius in your 11th house. This means new beginnings over the next 2 weeks around topics of dreams, big goals, big money that you may earn from the 10th house or from your dreams. Lottery wins can happen here. The 11th house covers large networks, the internet, groups of people. This new moon is being also trined by Saturn in Pisces in your 7th house of partnership, and then also receiving a nice sextile from Mars and Taurus in the 9th house of contracts, meaning that whatever contracts that come up, or if you're having contracts that are being set in motion now around the public work, work in general, marriage and partnerships, education, legal and financial, or business, you can bake in longevity, and you'll have the motivation with Mars here positively influencing you to go after whatever it is that you are setting in motion at this time. This affects Virgos around 12 to 16 degrees the most, and with Cancer placements around those degrees, but all Virgos can benefit now, setting intentions around the aforementioned topics within the next 2 weeks. Sirius is called the dog star and is known for its protective influence, blessing this new moon, blessing the goals that you're setting, and success around family as well at this new moon in Cancer. But Cancer is also a business sign too. And on July 11th, Venus in Cancer trines Neptune and Pisces, meaning a beautiful night for daydreaming with a partner. You could be having a date night by water, working on a beautiful piece of art, music, writing. Compassion could be highlighted right now. Maybe you want to join or start a charitable organization. Your love life could be highlighted now as well in a dreamy, sensual way. A good night to go out to a drive-in or to see a fantasy movie with a partner. On July 12th, Venus enters Leo for the next few weeks, highlighting your 12th house And again, this looks like I really do think you may be spending time away with a partner in seclusion on travel that you will love with Venus here. Or you can meet a partner now and over the next few weeks. It could be somebody who has like an accent or is from a foreign place. They may be somebody who really stands out with Leo here, or like with a great head of hair, very like solar figure. Also, this could be a good money period for you with money coming in now from previous work done. You could be healing a Chiron wound around shared resources, since Chiron and the North Node are in the 8th house of shared resources and deep intimacy, bonding, transformation, sex, death, taxes. You could be getting money through loans or inheritance or shared money, since Venus in your chart rules the 2nd house of Libra and partnerships. And right now Venus is in Leo, sextiling down to that 2nd house and also trining over to the 8th house. And the 8th house is also a money house. So your money houses could be really like touched right now and lit up. Or you could be experiencing profound intimacy that heals you somehow and also brings in financial resources. On July 15th, the Mars-Uranus conjunction happens in your 9th house of long-distance travel, publishing, contracts, doctors, lawyers, higher education, your higher mind, your belief system, religion. You could have eureka moments here about your beliefs. You could be actively changing or moving or on the go. Traveling, you could have a sudden inspiration here that you might want to act on with Mars. This aspect trines your sun, moon, or rising around the degrees of 24 degrees and up. I don't see it so bad for your sign, although this is conjunct a malefic star called Algol, which has the connotation of like losing your head and anger. If anything surprising comes up with this Mars-Uranus conjunction, just keep calm. Don't engage with somebody who might seem angry at this time. But I really don't see it too bad for you. You could even be benefiting from surprising news with Uranus, or cutting away. Mars is a cutting sign from self-limiting beliefs. You could be cutting away from religious views or dogma that no longer serves you, or views that you used to have. Vision or insights can come in now out of the blue at this time that can change your life, or an educational or travel opportunity can come up out of the blue as well, and one that would be life-changing for you. Again, just be careful, watch out for Mars or other people dealing with anger, but it can be used in a positive way to take action regarding the above topics, so you can release any negative energy that might be there, frustration and wanting to make changes. If you are traveling now, just be careful. Don't speed or become distracted by phones or the internet, etc. Uranus rules the internet. July 21st, the full moon in Capricorn happens at 29 degrees, affecting late-born Virgos around 25 degrees and up. It's a positive moon for you, and this can conclude the blue moon cycle that started in June. This is a wrapping up or completion in a positive way around the topics of creativity, children, romance, acting, creative forms of expression with Uranus in the mix from the 9th. The 9th is also public house, and Pluto conjuncting this full moon could have you gain recognition for a creative project that is complete now, could be published, can bring in gains. It's an earthy full moon, and in Capricorn it's very tangible and a results-driven full moon. It could be your partner at this time receives recognition for their work or projects as well, and children could be a part of this aspect, and a whirlwind of activity could be happening with them or completing. You could be having an epiphany moment with love, in love, as this full moon is wrapping up 5th house issues that may have come up at the June Capricorn full moon. On July 23rd, the sun enters Leo in the 12th house, lighting up any hidden issues or bringing hidden things to light. But with the Venus here and the sun, and it's trining Chiron in the North Node in the 8th house of deep intimacy and bonding and shared resources, you could possibly be transforming an intimate partnership in a very deep way. You could also be receiving positive money news as well at this time, or lighting up. This could be lighting up money opportunities with a partner, or with foreign accounts or foreign investments, PayPal, Stripe. This is where the check is in the mail type of topics, etc. On July 28th, for the rest of the year, Neptune sextiles Pluto. And with Pluto hovering on the cusp of your 5th house, where he's been for many years, Could have brought in a destined child, a romantic lover, a creative project, and it would all be very transformational for you. And we'll be heading to the 6th house of health and day-to-day work. Neptune has been in the 7th and is getting ready to move to your 8th house, wrapping up love and romance, from the 5th. And the 7th, moving to the deeper houses of work and health and deep intimate bonding and the sharing of resources now. So maybe this could look like a friend who started out as a lover, becomes a marriage partner, and you're sharing resources with the 8th house. Or you had a child and that child is grown and is preparing for higher education and you have to take loans out for school. Or you could be experiencing profound transformation because Pluto's here because of these topics, like a child leaves home, a partner is going through their own deep transformation and it affects you, but maybe in a positive way. Maybe they have a new role or job that affects you financially or otherwise. Maybe a creative project has or will transform your life and work and resources since you had Pluto going through that house of creativity. The ruler of Pluto is, Pluto in Aquarius. The depositor of that is Uranus. Uranus is up in the 9th house. Uranus rules Aquarius. So you could be moving from a workaday job to something that's more deep and spiritual and resonates with you on a deep level. You could also be working with large groups of people on Aquarian-like issues like humanitarian issues or wanting to go down that road. You could also be writing a spiritual book or you could even move for work. Okay, that's about all, and I will see you in August.